What is up, guys? It is Bob Blah Blah, and today I'm going to talk to you guys about how to start your own YouTube channel. And if you're wondering why I'm going to talk about this, it's because I get 5 to 15 messages every single day on either how to start a channel, how do I record my videos, how to get successful at this, will you shout me out, blah blah blah. I want to make a video so that way when I get these questions I can say, listen, go watch this video, it should answer all your questions, and take it from there. The gameplay, playing some domination on interchange. I go 50 and 5. Don't really do anything special, just a lot of spawn trapping. Pretty typical stuff on this map. I find this map really easy to play because of the long sight lines. Especially if you use a gun like the Type 95, you can pretty much annihilate everybody. So let's get back to the subject. Basically, I'm going to go over step by step how to do this. So the first thing is you've got to get your gameplay in a usable format, which involves having a PVR, which is a video recorder. Most people will use an HDPVR. Now, first of all, I shouldn't say that's an option. It's not. If you really want to get a YouTube channel, you have got to buy an HDPVR. I use the Hauppage, or Hauppage, I'm not sure how you say it, HDPVR. There's also the Blackmagic Intensity. Those are the two most commonly used. They're going to run you 150 to 250 bucks, and that's just to get started. That will get you HD gameplay. Now, there are cheaper standard definition recorders out there. Do not buy one. It's basically a waste of your time. No one will ever take you seriously. No one will ever help you if you're running standard definition. It's just the way it is. With so much HD content out there, why would anyone want to watch standard definition? By the way, an HD PVR is basically a little box that goes in between your computer and your Xbox. You plug a bunch of wires in, and now you'll be able to record your videos. Next, you're going to need editing software. Actually, you need capturing software. That's the video software that captures the video gameplay. I use iTV for the Mac. It's about 70 bucks. If you buy a Hauppage HD PVR and use it with a PC, it actually comes with the software, so that's free. And so that makes it a little cheaper. And then you're also going to need editing software, which I use iMovie with the Mac. Most people with a PC use Sony Vegas, and most people who use a lot of people use a Mac use what's called Final Cut. So there's some other options for you. But guys, that's just the beginning. Capturing, and then you got to record. And then you got to do your commentary. So that means you got to get a microphone. If you have a Mac, it's built in. Some PCs and laptops have it built in. But either way, you're going to have to probably end up buying a microphone. A good one's going to cost you 50, 60 bucks. The brand I use is a blue Snowball, and they're like 60 bucks, I think. But they're pretty good. But really, guys, that's to get you started. You're looking at about 300 bucks, give or take. But that's nothing, guys. The money, nothing. What this is all about is why are you doing this? Why do you want to start a YouTube channel? Why do you want to get into this? Because I'm going to tell you guys right now, it's super duper hard. There's probably about 10,000 Call of Duty commentaries, and that's not an exaggeration. There's over 1,500 Call of Duty commentators who are actually pretty good, who actually have decent followings. So to try and break into this is insanely difficult. So what a lot of people do is they come into this and they say, you know, I just want to put my gameplays up for myself, for my friends. I don't really care if I ever get big. But then once they start doing it and they realize how much effort it takes, I'm talking hours and hours of time doing the rendering and editing and commentating and then uploading it and then doing your tags. The hours and hours of time it takes generally means that after a while you're going to say, screw this. If nobody's watching, it's just kind of depressing. I mean, what do you guys think? If you spend hours and hours on something and nobody watches, you're probably going to get bummed. So ultimately, you're going to want some people to watch your videos. That's where this thing gets really difficult. You got to ask yourself, before you get into this, why is anybody going to watch me? Okay, because now keep in mind, there's already at least 1,500 good Call of Duty commentaries. And when I say good, I just mean people with decent gameplays, who are decent at commentating, and are in HD. So right there, why is anybody going to watch you? First of all, that question is really hard to answer because sometimes there is no right answer. There are people who get big and I don't understand why. I don't even know why I'm this big. It's just this weird thing where people connect to you and there's not exactly a formula that's perfect. I'll tell you what, the one thing that is in common with all the good commentators or successful commentators is they put a lot of effort in. That means putting up a lot of gameplay, doing a lot of commentaries, practicing, editing, doing all the little things and putting in a ton of time, and that way you get noticed. Ultimately, to get noticed, it's going to take a couple things, because I want you to think about this, guys. If tomorrow you started a YouTube channel, how would people find your videos? They wouldn't, right? Because if you type in Modern Warfare 3 in YouTube, they're not going to come across your video. They're going to come across bigger YouTubers' videos. So there's almost no way anymore for people to stumble upon your videos. So what you're going to need to do is make a lot of videos and then hope some other commentators, let's say smaller, mid-sized commentators, will notice you and then maybe give you little shout-outs, whether it's just a little, hey, go check out this guy on, and maybe a Twitter post or something. Much less a shout-out video, which usually you have to be a lot more established to get one of those. And the reason that is, guys, the reason people don't shout out new channels, they want to make sure you're going to stick around. They want to make sure you have good content, you're going to put in the effort long term to make it worth it for them to give you a shout out, because they don't want to give you a shout out and have you quit a week later, which happens a lot, guys. A lot of people buy these HDPVRs, they record a couple gameplays and they quit. It happens all the time. But the bottom line is you're going to have to do some networking if you really want to get your videos noticed. The easiest way to be successful at networking in this industry, and I call it an industry because there is money involved, is to make really good videos. Whether it's because you do amazing editing, you're an amazing commentator, or you just have awesome gameplay, any of those will work. Or if you're really funny, as long as your videos are really enjoyable, somebody out there will probably notice you and help you out if you market to them, if you tweet them your videos, stuff like that. But that's hard, guys. You got to ask yourself before you get into this, am I going to be able to do this in a way that other people want to watch me? And you have to be really honest and say, would people rather watch me than the top 30 or 40 channels, 100 channels out there? If not, you got to think about doing this for maybe a year, getting up to maybe 150 videos produced and still only having 30 viewers. I get requests from people for help, looking for help, who will have, I don't know, 100 videos done, and they're still trying to get 15 views per video. Think how much effort they put in and how disheartening that must be, guys. But that's just the real world. There's so many Call of Duty channels that to try and get into this is really tough. So what I always tell people when they ask me should they get into this, I say probably not, unless you're really willing to work really hard. I'm talking probably 25, 30 hours of effort every week. It's going to be really hard for you to compete and get a following. It's just the way it is. It sucks. Maybe it's not fair, because if you had started a year or two ago, you probably wouldn't have that problem. But the reality is that's the way it is now. So when you get to the point where if you guys actually decide to start your own channel, you've got to start by practicing. And that means putting out lots and lots of content. Start putting out videos, practicing, asking people for tips, and just seeing where it goes. And then hope you get a little bit lucky. I got lucky, guys. When I made my first video, I felt like I did a pretty good job. You guys can go all the way back in YouTube and look at my first video. It's called Winning Solo, Episode 1. And the day I released it, or the day after, a YouTuber named Pyro Puncher, a very big legendary YouTuber, sent out, I think it was a tweet saying, hey, if you're a small YouTuber, send me a video and I'll take a look at it. I sent him my video and he liked it. He tweeted it out. He got me a couple thousand views. And that was my first video. That was gigantic, guys. And that was a year ago. That was January 1st, right around then. But that was nothing. It took me until about 6 months, probably 50 videos in, before my channel really got momentum. And that was from Modern Warfare 3. Modern Warfare 3 kind of took off. People wanted to talk about that. And I was talking about it earlier, and that was kind of my angle. I got really lucky. I mean, I'll just flat out tell you, I wish there was an easy way to get you guys successful, but there's only so much market. There's only so many people watching YouTube. And the reality is they have a finite amount of time. They don't have an endless amount of time. So if you come into this thinking, oh, why won't these guys watch me? They should watch me. They're already subscribed to 75 channels, a lot of people. Some people are subscribed to 100 channels. Why are they going to subscribe to another one? And if they do subscribe to you, why are they going to watch? Most people are subscribed to so many channels, they don't even watch half the people in their videos. So anyways, guys, wow, that went really fast. So I hope you enjoyed this. I hope this answered some of your questions. If you have more questions, please ask and put them in the comments. I will either answer them or make another video where I answer those questions. That's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this. And if you did, please hit that like button. I'll talk to you guys later. Take it easy.